Yo, what is good, YouTube? Today I went through my collection and I picked out like 6 of the clones that I've actually been reaching for this winter. Okay, so a lot of my fragrances, I get them, I like them, they're decent, but I find myself reaching for certain ones a lot. And today I went through and I picked out only cheap ones, okay, no expensive. This is only going to be cheap clones, all right, that are all amazing in my opinion. So without further ado, let's get right into it. First up on the list, Latafa Jasor. So Jasor, not solely a winter fragrance here. In my personal opinion, I think it's best in the winter, but a lot of people would classify this as year-round. So this is going to be a clone of Valentino Born-and-Romo's Coral Fantasy, and a very well done clone in my opinion. It's actually it gets very close to the scent in my opinion. Particularly after it macerates too. After this one macerates, it develops a great sort of depth, more complexity to it. But first things first, we need to talk about how absolutely atrocious this bottle is. Out of all my Latafas, this is the worst bottle I've ever seen in my entire life. I don't know, like, I don't know. It's this cheap lid that just has random motivational words on it, Not sure what the thought process was with this, but the actual juice is great. Okay, the one downside here is going to be the performance. All right, if you don't know the scent profile, this is going to be tobacco and tobacco and apple are going to be your two main notes here, and it's such a beautiful tobacco note in my opinion. It's so well done. A lot of times I'm not the biggest fan of tobacco, but this is done with the mix in the apple. It gives it a youthfulness. It's masculine, but it's youthful at the same time. It's so fresh, so fresh. A great vibe with this one. It's a pretty unique scent in my opinion for being just a designer scent. I think Coral Fantasy is my favorite Valentino. So yeah, Latafa Jasor is literally like $19, I want to say. The performance is meh. You're only going to get maybe 5 hours of solid longevity out of it, but for $20, this is great for going out, night out, date night, something that you don't need to last all day, just a good solid few hours of performance. Smell awesome. If you want the DNA on the cheap, I highly recommend Latafa Jasor. Next up, Aromatics' Royal Taboo. So this one, clone of Creed Centaurus. I don't own Creed Centaurus, so I can't speak on the clone accuracy of this, but this as its own fragrance is super high quality for the price, man. This is very unique. I've been picking this one up a decent amount. I've only had it for maybe 3 months now, but I really love this. I picked it up. I got a great deal on it. I got it for like 25 bucks. It was on sale at Joma Shop. And well, first off, I love the bottles. So this is like a stone texture to it, almost like a rock. But this is right here, leather and cinnamon with some vanilla in it. It's a very masculine fragrance. Okay, this is masculine but sweet. Okay, but this is not like, no woman could wear this. Okay, or at least a feminine woman couldn't pull this off. It's sweet, but it's sweet in a very masculine way. Okay, this is aggressive. It's got a bit of a leathery, it's got the leather. I believe is an official note on it, but it's very masculine, very grown. Okay, this is not something that I would particularly recommend that you blind buy. Okay, if you're cool with blind buying and it's then go ahead and give it a try, I would say. But if you like to get risky with your blind buys, this is it's a niche smell. Okay, I do think most people would like it, but this can be hard to pull off. Okay, this is strong, bold, it's in your face. This is one you're gonna be loud. It's coming off you. You know what I'm saying? It's strong, sweet, masculine. It's a beautiful scent in my opinion. It's very complex. This is super complex. When we're talking clones, a lot of the times they can miss the complexity of the niche fragrance if they're cloning the niche that they're trying to get to. But again, I don't know the original DNA of this, but this right here, as in and of itself, is beautiful, complex. It's sweet, sexy, spicy, highly masculine. So, but it's one you got to be careful with. Only a couple sprays. Beast mode performance all around. Longevity gonna last until you wash it off. Performance, all that, loud fragrance. So yeah, for 25, 30 bucks, whatever he's charging for now, I would say it's worth it. So that's gonna be Aromatics' Royal Taboo. All right, next up on the list, this is one that I've featured in a decent bit of videos now. This is Armoff Checkmate King. So this is a clone of Jean-Paul Gaultier's Scandal Absolute, okay? Not to be confused with Jean-Paul Gaultier's Scandal, right? Scandal Absolute, oh, this stuff is awesome, man. I don't know why nobody talks about this. Like, I never see this. I seen it a little bit when it dropped. It dropped like at the end of 2024, I want to say. So a little over a year ago now, this has been out. This stuff is awesome, dude. This is killer. Like, this is a blind buy safe in my opinion, but it's unique. It's unique. It's a fruity, powdery, sweet, little spicy. You know, I think it's mainly a plum note in here that really comes out, but it's got that powdery undertone. It's perfect for a date night, man. This stuff is perfect for that kind of vibe. You know, wintry. You know, it's cold outside. You're gonna smell very cozy. It's got that designer DNA, you know, it's cloning as Jean-Paul Gaultier. So whilst it is nothing, a lot of people haven't smelled the Scandal line. I think more people know the LaMail lines and all that, but Scandal Absolute is great. And this is a beautiful clone of it. The performance is pretty solid. You know, you get a good 7 hours of longevity. The sillage is great with this one. The bottle is pretty sweet, dude. It's literally a chess piece. Like, come on, like, what are we talking about here? This stuff is awesome. I don't know why nobody talked about it, but yeah, if that sounds like something that intrigues you, you know, a good clone of a unique designer, more unique, not typical designer smell, then I'd highly recommend this, man. Mandarin Sky, I believe they also released, that's a clone of the original Scandal. This is Scandal Absolute. This is better in my opinion than Mandarin Sky. That's just my opinion. So yeah, maybe one to check out for you. That's Armoff Checkmate King. Next up, this is going to be Joe Malone Game of Spades Wildcard. So, listen, this one, not particularly a winter scent, but it's one I've been reaching for a lot when it's cold outside. This is a pretty solid all year round scent. This is a clone of Bond No. 9's Lafayette Street, and it's an amazingly well done clone in my opinion. But listen, man, we're talking about a $400 fragrance, you know what I'm saying? And this is cloning it very solidly. Now, this is a little more on the expensive side. This is going to run you about $50 to $60 for a clone. I know that's a lot, but it's very high quality. I mean, the bottle is super high quality glass. The lid, high quality. Like, it's heavy bottle. It comes in this super cool packaging. It's like this suede box. It opens up like a book. I actually have the box. I use it to store decants actually. But yeah, this is a clone of Lafayette Street. If you've never smelled it, it's a unique smell. And it's honestly, in my opinion, a hard scent profile to explain. It's in Broxony, you know, it's got some apple in there, I think. A bit of an aftershave kind of vibe, you know what I'm saying? It's super synthetic. That's a common theme with Bond No. 9's fragrances. They're all pretty synthetic smelling, but synthetic in a great way. And this stuff is addictive, man. I've gotten many compliments wearing this stuff. Also, it has a pressurized atomizer, so that's pretty sweet. Oh, shit. Yeah. Many compliments. People are gonna love this. You smell unique, man. I know Bond No. 9 Lafayette Street in the fragrance world, it's pretty well known, but I've never smelled. When's the last time you were in public and you smelled somebody smelling like Bond No. 9 Lafayette Street? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's super unique, not something people smell every day at all. Definitely gonna be an attention grabber, but blind buy safe in my opinion. This is one, if I had to restart my fragrance collection, this would be one I definitely will pick up. You can't see in the bottle, but if I can't even see but I know the level is pretty low. It's one of the lowest levels in my collection. And I have a lot of fragrances, you know, and I'm always wearing different ones to test out, to give opinions for, you know, my YouTube channel and all that. But this is one I have definitely probably worn the most out of all my clones that I've acquired in the past maybe 2 years. And I would definitely be interested in getting the real fragrance one day. But what stopped me is I heard that the performance of this is almost better. Like, this stuff performs great. You get a good solid day's longevity out of it, or not 12 hours, but you know, maybe 7-8 hours. It's going to give you a good smell. Then after that, it's going to be a skin scent. But you know, that's what stopped me from going after the original. Was I honestly just love this. I love the DNA, but this does it great. You know, I've smelled the original. I've worn the original actually, and this stuff smells exactly like it. I'm sorry, that's just my opinion. But yeah, so that's Game of Spades Wild Card. I highly, highly, highly recommend it. Okay, next up, I gotta speed this up a little. I feel like I'm yapping too much, but this is Lattafa's Kaid Al Farsan Untamed. So this one, I'll be honest, one of my more recent pickups, so I can't necessarily say I've been wearing it all winter, but since I've had it, I've been reaching for it. Supposedly a clone of Versace Eros Najim. Now, in my opinion, this is not a great clone of that. I don't think it gets very close. I smell more of the original Eros in this. It has that original Eros DNA. Most of you are probably familiar with the smell. If you're not, you probably would like it. It's a designer smell. It's ultimately probably one of the most blind buy safe fragrances out there. This is that, in my opinion, but with it added in some cinnamon, some Middle Eastern notes, some like Middle Eastern spices. You know what I'm saying? It kicked it up, made it a little sweet, a little spicy. Basically turned Eros into a winter scent. So, I had this for a little over a month now. The maceration process has just made it a little bit better. This stuff is dirt cheap, man. I picked this up for like $15 and I've loved it. The longevity is pretty good. You get a good 6 hours. Then after that, you could still smell it. You can still smell it, but it's just a skin scent. You know, you're not gonna really perform after 6 hours. But, you know, for the first few hours, this stuff's kicking. People are gonna love it. It's a blind buy safe. It's going to get compliments. It's perfect for a winter date night, you know what I'm saying? Or any date night. It doesn't even have to be winter. Any nighttime date, any nighttime going out or anything. If you're looking for a cheapie out of this video, I would recommend this or just Sword. Those are both dirt cheap, less than 20 bucks. Great fragrances. So yeah, that's Lattafa's Kaid Al Farsan Untamed. Okay, last up on the list, I keep putting this in videos, but I literally cannot make these videos without featuring this because this is amazing. This is Lattafa's Teriyaki Intense. I keep bringing this up. I love this stuff. This stuff is so good. I just wore it yesterday. I love wearing it, man. You're gonna get compliments. This stuff is it's actually not a clone, so I don't know if this can qualify for the clone video, but screw it. It's Lattafa, so we're close enough. This stuff is absolutely amazing. This was actually perfumed by Quentin Bish, who perfumed a lot of the popular designer fragrances like La Male Elixir. He did a couple Parfums de Marly's. He did a lot of your popular scents you've heard of. He did this for Lattafa. This stuff, man, I know it's Lattafa, and you're probably gonna think, oh, it's a cheap clone. Like, this is not that, man. This is awesome. This could very well be on the shelf at Dillard's for $180, and people would be like, wow, that's amazing. Like, and it's 30 bucks, dude. It's got a pretty sweet bottle. You know what I'm saying? It's cinnamony amber powder. Absolutely a beautiful smell. It leaves an amazing sillage. That's one thing I always talk about with this is the sillage that you leave behind you is so warm and inviting, sweet. It's so perfect for cold weather, man. So perfect. If you don't have this, like, I sound like I'm getting paid by Lattafa. Trust me, I don't think Lattafa's paying somebody with like 300 subscribers, but I sound like I'm getting paid, but I'm not. I'm lazy. But this stuff, for the price, you can't beat it. You can't beat it. I'm sorry. You know, I love Liquid Brune. I love it. But this stuff is right there. I put it over Liquid Brune. If I had to pick them between them, I'd pick this. So Lattafa's Teriyaki Intense. I'm not going to keep yapping about it, but it's amazing. It's going to be it for me. If you enjoyed, if you like cheap fragrances that are pretty good, maybe subscribe, because that's like all I post. And yeah, I will catch y'all in the next one.